Hey there, guys. So today we have another episode of Battle Beers. Today we have Founders Imperial, their Imperial Stout, obviously, and this is Dark Horse's Plead the Fifth. Two big Russian Imperial Stouts, one coming in at 11 ABV and the other one coming at 10.5. Actually, this is a special episode because they're both aged about a year. This is from 20 late. Let me think about this again. Yes, 12/6/12, so it's about a year, and this one's actually early January, so both age a year. So yeah, let's see how these beers age. Before I get into that, quickly, I want to say first that this beer is fantastic. I've done two blind taste tests with this beer. One was a six beer blind of Russian Imperial Stouts that I have accessible, and this head and shoulders beat out all the other beers. And in order of beers that it beat, would include my friends, we all agreed that this was the best beer. In order afterwards was, I think, Victory Storm King. This is mine. Number two, Victory Storm King. Number three, Brooklyn Black Chocolate. Surprise. Number four, Old Rasputin. Another surprise. Oscar Blues 1050 as number five. Huge surprise. I was surprised that was that low. And then number six, Sierra Nevada Norwal. So yeah, that was a result of our blind taste test. Unfortunately, we didn't get to shoot that, but that was an awesome result, and I was really happy to see that this was the best. And so I bought a bunch of this, and I actually did another vertical recently. Someone was able to bring in 11, 12, and Dispatch. Sorry if there's any confusion, but Founders changed their schedule for making this beer. So it used to be bottled in December. So ideally it would have been December 13th. But now this year's batch is a January batch. So now you're going to have 11, 12, 14, which is really 13. It's a bit confusing. But anyway, if you guys get this batch, I highly recommend getting a ton of it and just storing this thing. Personally, I like it super smooth, super silky, none of that hoppy, smoky kind of flavor that you get from the fresh bottle. And 2 years in, this beer is gorgeous. So definitely try this out, try aging it, see how you like it. And so there's actually a store that has a bunch of the 12, so I bought a ton of it. So this is the 12, this is 12. Let's dig in. Again, blind, we don't know which one's which. Wow, you're getting tons of dark fruit. It's like almost like a dark raspberry jamminess, tons of sweetness. Then there's that sweet soy sauce umami going on. Dark fruit is super prevalent in this. Wow, it's like almost a boozy kind of jam. Some coffee notes, maybe like a bright fruity kind of like I don't know if there's such things like a fruity chocolate, but it's like I guess it's the melding together of that fruit note and like a bright kind of coffee and chocolate kind of note. So yeah, let's get the aroma on the other one. This one's very interesting though. I really like this one with the jamminess and that fruit in there, and then the soy is not too prevalent, which is I guess maybe comes from the hops. Oh wow, this is super chocolatey. Wow. Yeah, this one's a bit more muted in the aroma, I'd say, but it's super chocolatey. It's like luscious. It's almost like chocolate milk. Wow. Or maybe like a gourmet hot cocoa where they actually just melt thick, chocolate and milk, and it's just that like super dense kind of chocolate milk. A bit of like a nuttiness, maybe a hazelnut kind of thing going on. Yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, so let's get back to this one. Ooh man. Oh wow, that's delicious. Oh man, that is so good. Oh Jesus. Wow. I don't even know which one this is, but it is so good. Jeez, it's so complex. I mean, it's not even a bourbon barrel aged beer, but it is super complex. Mm. Oh, in the front, like dark roasted coffee, super roasted, heavy coffee. You have a bit of a huge thick mouthfeel. It moves on to a bit of a sweetness, sort of a molasses kind of flavor. Moves on to caramel sweetness, thick dark caramel toffee. There's a bit of like that tingle on the tongue of this hint of alcohol. There's like fruit in there. There's again coffee. There's a bittersweet chocolate that's melding around. There's a mocha kind of. It almost tastes like this was a coffee chocolate made beer. Like a Southern Cheers mocha. There's so much intense flavor in this. Mm. It's just it's luscious, but it's almost like a pillow on the tongue. It's almost like eating a marshmallow. A marshmallow's like it sits dense on the tongue, but then it's just gently goes away, like a cotton candy, right? You have that large volume. It's a luscious volume, but then it just sort of drives away slowly. I don't know what it is. I don't know what character of the beer it is that does that, but that is amazing. Wow. I don't know which one this is. It's so good. Mm. That is fantastic. Little hits of alcohol, that complexity again, molasses, caramel, coffee, a bit of hop woodiness on the bitter, on the finish. Oh, jeez. Sorry for the noise, by the way. There's family here. Yeah, that is fantastic. Holy smokes. Let's see if this one can stand up. Mm. Oh, jeez. This was also really good. I mean, the crazy thing is I just had the Founders Imperial the other day. I bought a bunch of bottles, so I thought, like, hey, why not kick one back? And so I think that might be this, because I should be pretty familiar with the beer. But this one's also really complex and amazing. This one's even thicker mouthfeel. It's bigger. It sticks on the palate longer. You're getting this coffee note. It's like a roasted coffee. When you drink black coffee, a lot of beers don't do this. You drink the beer and it's like coffee notes, and you're like, all right, and then there's other flavors around. This has lingers of bitterness, thick, heavy bitterness, despite a year. So assuming the hops are still there, it hits and it sticks. So it's bitter all the way through of coffee. You're getting, again, sticky molasses. It's like, it really like works around the tongue, the lips. It just sticks there. Caramel sweetness. This like tinge of, like, again, not as chocolatey as this one. There's some chocolates in there as well. There's a pop. There's a huge pop of a fruit note. It's like an explosion of a berry. Not a bright berry, not like blueberries or something. Maybe blueberry, but not a bright, like, tart berry, but sort of a mellow kind of, like a mellow flavor that you might get. Sort of like a jamminess that sort of just like sits there, adds a bit of complexity to it. It's a hint of a berry note. Finish is even more hoppy, I think, than this one. Attacks with the just like graininess, not graininess, but like a woodiness. Again, a woodiness. Hops are hitting through. It leaves the palate bittering. So that bittering of the hops really plays well with that coffee flavor and sort of mimics black coffee very well. Again, very hoppy, very woody throughout, but still with the coffee. Very nice. This one's definitely hoppy. Again, one of the predominant notes is that woodiness, that hop note. Man, that blueberry note, it's like blueberry cherries or something. Wow, it's so fruity in the nose. Oh my God. There's that pop as well of fruit, but it's like this. There's something about this beer. This one's a bit one note. It sort of hits and has a woodiness, and it has a coffee and everything. This moves on the palate. It goes up and down. It hits with more notes of toffee, and it moves around on you. You get the hops, but then it goes back up on the molasses, and then it goes up on vanilla and chocolate, and everything's just in there. It's just so much. There's so much complexity. Oh my God. Yeah, mouthfeel's not as big as this one, though, I'd say. This one definitely has a big mouthfeel. And also, alcohol is more prevalent than this one. Not something I generally like, but this one's definitely better. So, I'm going to find out right now. I'm going to rate this one better, which I believe is the Plead the Fifth. And this one is a bit, I mean, again, these are both, by the way, incredible. A year in, I don't know if you can get, like, an accessible Imperial Stout for cheaper. I mean, there's some Imperial Stouts out there, like, an Even More Jesus or Marshall Zhukov or something, a bit hard. Like, these are beers, for New York, you can't get this, but in the Midwest you can. This you can find almost anywhere, I guess maybe not the West Coast, but two incredible beers. So I'm going to find out which one is which. I like this one more. I predict that's this, or I mean, switch them out, but I predicted this was the Plead the Fifth, and this one the one that I like more. Yep, absolutely right. And this one the Founders, yep. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely like this one more, but this one is so super still, like, these can't, like, I can't even tell you how good these are. So, these are both, like, world-class incredible. This one just inched out a bit, and that was actually a surprise to me. A lower rating on Beer Advocate, a beer that I had a few times but didn't absolutely love. And, yeah, this one definitely just beat it out. I mean, one more taste. Wow, So good. Is that like? It's a woody. I don't know. It's woodiness, right? Yeah. It's like a woody maple tree kind of like stickiness. Like yeah, it's like a combination of like um, uh, a roasted note, a heavy roasted note that's like almost like woodiness that just attacks the palate pretty aggressively. Cleans it off nicely. Tons of sugar in this, obviously, right? Tons of chocolate, tons of lusciousness, but it cleans off the palate very nicely, and then you want to go in for more. Mm. Yeah, this one's a lighter body, but there's so much going on. I can't even pinpoint it. Hints of alcohol, hints of almost graininess on the back, which are the two only detractors. This one, you just keep taking sips and you're like trying to figure it out. There's fruitiness, sort of not really. You know, there's a chocolate. It drinks easier. The flavor is sort of like this, the bitterness is not as aggressive. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I would drink more of this. But then again, I would love to drink both all the time. So until next time, guys, cheers. Try this out. If you guys can get Plead the Fifth, you guys get Founders Imperial. Age these two bad boys for a year. Or drink them now and then age them for a year. And see how they taste because they're both incredible. I'm going to be super happy tonight enjoying these two. So until next time, guys, cheers. Try out some more battle beers yourself personally. Age some beers, tell me what you think. So later.